Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2024 Mazda CX-30. It is a small crossover that its front engine all-wheel drive is standard and seats 5 passengers. There are some updates for 2024, starting with not just the interior, but also some really cool exterior options. For 2024, there is a new Carbon Turbo Special Edition. That is the 2.5-liter engine. Then there's a new Select Sport that replaces the Sport model. Larger infotainment screen display and standard blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert, which is great to add additional safety. LED headlamps and tail lamps are now standard. 18-inch alloy wheels are standard on all Mazda CX-30s, and this black wheels, well, they come on the Carbon Edition on the top trim level. The warranty on the Mazda CX-30 is 3 years, 36,000 miles, and the powertrain is 5 years, 60,000 miles. There is no complimentary maintenance. Coming around to the back of this sporty little SUV, you can see a lot of black and body color, which I really do like this candy apple red color. Very nice, very sporty. Wiper blade Mazda logo, CX-30, all-wheel drive, as well as the Skyactiv turbo engine. This is the higher of the two trim levels, as well as the larger engine. Overall, this vehicle is not a lot of changes for the exterior look, but it still looks good, and this is a very popular vehicle. The Mazda CX-30 has a National Highway Traffic Safety Administration rating of 5 stars, which is the top safety rating. That includes optional features of head-up display or blind spot monitoring, but standard is automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, and standard adaptive cruise control. The seats in the CX-30 include available heated front seats. Top spec offers a premium trim with added leather upholstery. In the rear seats, there are 2 complete sets of latch systems, and in the center, if you need to have a third child safety seat, there is a tether that shares those 2 anchors, so you can put 3 child safety seats across the back. Standard is an 8.8-inch screen. Go to the turbo models and you'll get that larger 10.3-inch infotainment display. Standard Bluetooth, 2 front USB inputs, as well as Wi-Fi hotspot capability. Available features include Apple CarPlay, Android Auto integration, and Sirius XM radio. Another option is the Sport Select trim. With new ceramic metallic colors, it's exclusive with 18-inch wheels with black metallic finish, black side mirror caps, black faux leather upholstery, a leather-wrapped shifter, and steering wheel. The top trim package offers a power-operated rear liftgate. There are 2 different engine choices when it comes to the CX-30. The entry-level 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine with 191 horsepower with a 6-speed automatic transmission. It earns 29 miles to the gallon combined and a 0 to 60 time of 8.1 seconds. Or the optional engine, which we have in our vehicle, which is a 250 horsepower turbocharged version of the same engine that is 310 pound-feet of torque, 25 miles to the gallon combined, and a 0 to 60 time of 5.8 seconds. 0 to 60, 5.8 seconds. Not bad, that turbocharger. Very little lag. It did a nice job making this a really smooth, easy to drive car. Lots of safety features on this as well. So you have lane departure warning. It shows up on the screen in front of you. This vehicle is an entry-level SUV that seats 5 people. And when you think about that, you're not looking at these high-priced cars that have all these gadgets and nannies. And the Mazda has always been a vehicle that is reliable, that is easy to drive, spirited for sure. It's a fun-to-drive car. Having it look sportier with the black wheels and the black exterior details, I think all of that adds up really nicely to what makes the CX-30 a really good value. I mean, the entry-level price is quite reasonable and pretty good fuel economy considering there's a lot of competitors in this category and they're all fighting for your dollars, so you have to keep that in mind. So what Mazda has done is they've left actual gauges in front of you, which I really like. Real gauges. The speedometer, of course, is digital, but the other gauges are actual gauges, which is good when you're owning a vehicle for a long time. Sometimes these technologies don't last as long as the car and the driveline might, and this is something that makes this vehicle have good resale value as well. Just all the little things that don't break down that some others might. Now, as far as controls, if you've driven a Mazda before, the left side's going to be all your sources and so forth, and on the right side's going to be your active cruise control. In this case, or your cruise control, your lane departure warning, and your safety features are all on the lower side of the right side of the steering wheel. You've got paddle shifters. You're going to use those? Probably not, but they're there. It adds to the sportiness of the CX-30. Interior-wise, there is a new larger center screen that has the same, which I'm not a fan of, dial to get to the different features that you want. You cannot touch the screen unless you're using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which is standard in this vehicle. So if you're not going to use that and you want to use the navigation that's here, it's a much better navigation screen than I've had in the past. But unfortunately, it's not a touch screen. That's one of Mazda's things. Personally, I like that. You can put that down in the comments below. Do you like the touch screen? Do you not like the touch screen? You've got your navigation. You've got your different audio systems, which you can go back and get your different source lists. In this case, you've got FM, AM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, your USB connections, and whatever you're looking for. As far as those different features, Bose is an option on this car. It's either an 8-speaker or a 12-speaker, and the Bose audio system in this car, our test vehicle, of course, is fully loaded. They always give us the cars with all the goodies, which is nice because it just helps us show you what's available. As far as other controls, they're all pretty basic. I mean, you've got your cup holder and your wireless charger, which I do appreciate. But behind that is a standard Prindle, like an old school park reverse, drive neutral, manual if you go to the left. Your drive mode buttons are here on the left side of that. You've got sport or no sport, essentially. And then to the right side, you've got volume, which is an actual dial. Thank you very much, because there's nothing worse than having to go through settings for a dial. In addition to that, you can make your favorites on the screen by just hitting that little star button that's to the right of the infotainment dial, as they call it. Auto hold, park assist, and then inside is a really nice size glove box that does slide back and forth, which is nice for an armrest. But storage in the door and all 4 doors. I really love the interior color combinations of this car with this really nice creamy white interior with the red exterior. Is very classy, very sporty. And when you're buying a car at this price point, I mean, you're only talking about the low 20s up to the mid 30s to the high 30s. Usually you don't get cool interior colors. You get like the choice of black or tan. But having the choices of something like this makes people want to buy a car that makes you feel like you bought more than you did. And that's always one of the things that Mazda's offered. Very reliable cars, tons of dealers around the country that you can get service, which is also a really nice feature. In addition, there is a head-up display. It's not gargantuan. It doesn't need to be, but it's nice having your speed signs there, as well as you can put your navigation into that and the speedometer, and you can adjust that in settings. That's always one of the things I like. There is a small manual shaded sunroof above me. Again, to me, I like to have it, so if I want to have it open, I can, but you don't have to. But again, this vehicle is really about being functional, being usable, being able to use it every single day, all-wheel drive in all climates. You can take it anywhere around the country. You don't have to worry about, oh boy, I'm going to be in trouble. All-season tires help give you really good traction on this vehicle as well. I have a lot of friends that own these Mazda cars, and they just love them. So there's a lot of very loyal buyers. Personally, when it comes to the Mazda lineup, I love the Miata. I'm just a huge fan of the MX-5. I think it's just a blast to drive. But as far as visibility and seating comfort, this vehicle does offer a lot. And if you're considering a car that's an entry-level SUV, it's going to look luxurious, but you're not paying for that luxury. And I think that's important. So when you look at competitors, they're charging more for something that's similar. It's really important that you take them for a test drive and get that confidence. There's good brakes in this car and a really good balance of performance and handling. When it comes to cargo space for the CX-30, there is 20.2 cubic feet of storage with the second row up. Fold down that second row and you're at 45.2 cubic feet of storage, and they do fold 60/40. Best of all, there is a spare tire that comes with the Mazda. The 2024 Mazda CX-30 starts at $26,000. There are multiple trim levels, and our top trim level came in at $38,900 because it has all of the options, and there are other options that are less than this depending upon which engine choice you want and which trim level meets your needs. There are some pros and cons to the Mazda CX-30. I like the sporty handling, the standard safety features, and of course, that turbocharged engine is certainly more fun to drive. On the negative side, I'm still not a fan that there's no touchscreen and you have to use that unwieldy center dial in order to get to some of the different levels, which would be easier if we had that intuitiveness that we all like when it comes to like phones and tablets, just being able to touch what you want to get to it. Now, there's a lot of competitors in this class, and it's a long list. The Volkswagen Taos, the Chevy Trax, Hyundai Kona, Subaru Crosstrek, Buick Envista, Kia Soul, and Kia Seltos. We have reviewed all of those on our channel. There'll be links down below to those reviews so you can check those out as well. The most important thing is if you decide that you're looking at this vehicle, test drive all the competitors, check with your insurance company to see where the price points are. The insurance could make a difference on which vehicle you end up with. If you have additional questions or comments, put them down below. Let's start that conversation. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee or just stay a second longer. We'll give you some other ways to save money. All my social media, book, podcast, and everything are down in the description as well as more details. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lauren Fix. We'll see you next time. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-you savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.